Take a comfortable seated position and begin moving your upper arm bones forwards and backwards. See if you can feel when they're really pulled apart and when they're really pulled together. Just warm them up for a few times. Then take an all-fours position and make that same action as if you're doing a push-up with your shoulders only. Make sure the elbows do not bend and keep your abdominals firmly pulled back. When you're ready to do a little bit more, come into your high plank position. You may put the knees down if you need to, in order to feel the same action with a little bit more weight in the hands. Make sure you're pressing with the fingers and not just into the wrist. When you're strong enough, you'll be able to move the upper arm bones without having your knees on the floor. You should feel the arm bones firmly seated. If you get tired, just come down and rest for a moment. These actions, these warm-ups, will help prepare you for the actions of the full sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. This will help keep you from injuring your shoulders. Moving on to some hip opening, shoulder opening, spinal opening. As your shoulders are open, it may seem as if it's the shoulders that are doing the primary action. But if you take a firm seat with both sitting bones pressing evenly into the mat, you may notice that it is actually the spinal column that helps bring you around enough that when you take your arms around the back body and through the little hole in the upper knee, the shoulders don't actually have to work that hard. If you find that one side is tighter than the other, you may need to work more on the abdominals on that side. So avoid cranking with the arm or pressing into the shoulder. Try to sit firmly with both sitting bones down. Lift up tall in the spine. Allow the spinal column to do the turn. And then the arms should easily do the wrapping. If the hips need additional opening, try this simple sequence. The easiest version is simply to bend the knees and cross one leg over the other in all fours, figure 4 position. As you hug the knees in, the leg that's crossed over should feel stretch in the hip. There should not be pressure in the knee. If you're more open, straighten the lifted leg. And if you are more advanced and would like to add a little strengthening for your abdominals, lift up the head. You may pull on the leg for a deeper stretch in the hips, but feel this in the abdominal muscle as well as in your hips. And again, as you change legs, make any mental note if one side is tighter than the other. If you feel pain in the knees, back off to the easier version. Slightly more advanced, extend the lifted leg. You may simply hold on to that lifted leg and pull gently towards you, or add the abdominal contraction to that. Breathe deeply in and out through the nose. Continue to keep that breath deep and full and even and slow. Allow your practice to be gentle, yet firm. Namaste.